2 years ago, I started my self-improvement journey. I didn't know where to begin. Mentally, I was feeling so low. Physically, I was out of shape and I needed to kickstart my life again. Yeah, I was working a nice job, but I didn't feel like I was moving forward in the right direction. It was a constant struggle against my thoughts, my worries, my self-doubts, my anxieties, and I just felt horrible about the future. Very pessimistic, thinking that everything bad was going to happen, just feeling that things were out of my control and I couldn't do anything to make things better. Fast forward 2 years, the journey is nowhere near complete, but I made my first few steps. And honestly, life is getting a little bit better, one day at a time. Mentally, I've made some big steps forward. Physically, thank God I'm in the best shape of my life at the moment right now, and I'm only looking to get fitter and fitter. I'm taking risks, like making videos to a camera, talking to you alone through this YouTube channel, writing blogs, starting a newsletter, recording myself, doing workouts, and doing random life activities. Self-improvement has taught me a lot. I think I would have loved to have known the best way to start self-improvement. You know, what's the first step that you can take? And that's what you can expect to find in this video today. And I know that self-improvement is so broad and there's so many different categories like mindset, fitness, productivity, time management, relationships, all of that stuff. But what I want to do is dive into key steps to help kickstart your journey. Honestly, if I was to start again, I would set clear, actionable goals that you want to achieve within the next 1 to 2 years. I feel like that's a good short-term time frame to see genuine change in your life. I feel like less than a year is just a little bit too short to see anything substantial. And 3, 4, 5 years, it's nice, but it's a bit too far in the future. If you don't know how to create a clear and actionable goal, I would recommend using a SMART goal. Specific, measurable, actionable, result-oriented, and timely. So if you don't know how to make a SMART goal, just to show you guys an example of making a SMART goal. So this is the first step that I would take. Again, just try and visualize your future self and think of 2 or 3 areas that you really want to improve in. So I'll stick to the topic of fitness. So I've got a SMART goal generator here just to help us write it out a little bit more. You can feel free to do it on paper or go online and type it. I'll put this link in the description. So we'll stick with fitness. I mean, the guide is going to give us some prompts for this fitness goal, but I'll change it up a little bit just to keep it simple. So fitness is the goal. What action do I want to make? So what's the action here? I'm not going to put lose weight. I'm going to put in, I want to build muscle. And how will I measure this goal? Well, so when you make these SMART goals, again, you want to make it measurable. So you have something like a number to work towards, just to make sure that it makes it as obvious as possible what the end goal is, or the end result, of this goal. So for this example, I want to say putting on 5 kg of muscle, or let's just say putting on 5 kg for this example. What's your plan or resource to achieve it? So how are you going to do it? So for this fitness example, I'm going to say strength training 3 days a week in the gym. And then why is this goal important to you? Again, there's a bit of a prompt here, but I'm just gonna make a different reason. So, and this is something I'll touch on in a future video. When you're making your goals, it's always good to start with the reason why you want to do it. You know, you can have a great SMART goal that looks really good and, is clear and actionable. But if you don't know why you want to do it, then you're just going to be stuck. And again, on those days where you feel low and demotivated, you're just going to be more likely to skip days and move further away from that end goal. So I would always say, when you're making your goals, always have the why in your mind. Now, in this example, the generator is put down as an example reason to improve health and feel confident. I'm just going to say, so I can lift heavier things and build good looking muscles on my biceps, right? As an example. And time frame, right? You could have this goal for the next year, for the next 6 months, the next 3 months, as this example mentions. I'm going to go for the next 3 months as well, but within the next 3 months. So this could be for anything. This could be for fitness. This could be for losing weight. This could be for being more productive and, managing your time better, having a good sleep schedule, whatever it is. Following a template like this makes it easier for you if you're just starting out with SMART goals. Of course, we need to tie objectives to these, but let me just go ahead and create this goal. If I click generate SMART goal. So the SMART fitness goal here is to build muscle, putting on 5 kg by strength training 3 days a week in the gym, to lift heavier things and build good looking muscles on my biceps within the next 3 months. Now, what this SMART goal has done is just basically collected all of this and put it here, but you have a first draft of a goal that you can write out. You can feel free to adjust it a little bit, maybe add a couple of things onto it. But the main thing is you want to get this SMART goal. You want to get that number one. You want to get that SMART goal down so that at least you know you have something to work off of. All right. So if you feel like you've started the journey, you haven't made any clear actionable goals, that's fine. But just think about a moment in your life where self-improvement has actually made a big impact. It could be a breakthrough in your career, a personal relationship, a personal transformation, or even overcoming one of your biggest fears in life. For me, I was always concerned about my weight. And so in 2022, I took action to start going to the gym and lifting weights. Was I scared at the time? Of course. Don't get me wrong. It was tough to go into a gym looking overweight, feeling like everyone was watching me whilst I was working out. But over time, I lost fat, I built muscle, and I started to feel stronger, faster, fitter. And that's what I want you to achieve as well. It's not just weights. Mentally, I used to be so negative and question everything with a negative view and think that my future was so bleak. But now I flip that around to try and find opportunities in small things and see failures as lessons. When a video of mine doesn't perform well, like this one may well not perform, then I try and find a lesson in it and improve it for the next video. And as someone who's a self-proclaimed perfectionist, it's hard. It really is hard, but you just have to make that first step. And I hope that setting clear actionable goals, using the SMART framework will help you make that first step in your journey. And again, if you've already started the journey, think about a moment in your life that has given you immense pride, or think about the type of person that you want to become and what that person needs to do behaviors wise, habits wise, routine wise to get there. And I'd say the number one skill you need to live a good life is resilience, because life is all about solving little problems as they come along. And I want you to start small, no matter how big or small the step, because that is progress.